This video will give you a huge update on the best new release MMORPG games for mobile, especially for Android and iOS. All of these games will have an English version and most of them are already released globally. So make sure you enjoy them at all. Remember to give a like on this video to reach 200 likes. Please enjoy the video of Top 10 New Release MMORPG Games for Android and iOS. Best New MMORPG Mobile English. Forgotten Throne. Forgotten Throne. This is one of the best new MMORPG games for mobile. It has a very interesting visual that reminds me of a World of Warcraft mobile. Everything blends perfectly with an immersive city, village, and how the combat mechanism hook me straight away into the game's experience amazingly. This is the best example for the game's developer who wants to create a new engaging MMO with the best combat mechanism. We can move our hero while attacking and his action movement looks pretty realistic and natural. We can jump and dodge to avoid any incoming attacks. There are two main partners that will help us directly to attack the enemy. We can switch them up and launch the ultimate skill then. Every single skill we have can be dragged into the spot that we want to be targeted. So we have the freedom to choose and lock the enemy which we should kill them first. The world map is absolutely huge and wide. We have so many dungeon features to collect variety of material and equipment. Make your weapon shiny by upgrading it into the higher level. It will make your confidence blowing up and look way cooler. We will able to pick really of mount to start your journey. Many of the visual scenes will show up with nice and clear visuals. I love the classic MMORPG mobile that represent the World of Warcraft mobile, and this game will be your first option to try. This game is no pay-to-win MMORPG games for Android and iOS. Naruto Shippuden. Naruto Shippuden. This is one of the best new MMORPG games for mobile. It feels so special because it has a Naruto game's background base at all. I love how bright the visual graphic is and also it looks so pretty colorful as well. The gameplay is MMORPG that has an auto features just by tapping the main quest or side quest. Then the hero will find out his way by himself. It has so many players are playing now. We just need to follow a few prologue and be able to select 3 main characters. They are Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura. The voiceover of the NPC and character is perfectly the same as the actual Naruto game. The gameplay of Naruto Shippuden Mobile is we can learn a new skill when we reach a certain level. Each of the skill will cost some energy that will recover over time. I love how the combat looks so fast and looks so smooth in combat. Unfortunately, it's still on early access. Hopefully, the developer will release this game globally because the game's developer behind this project doesn't have any new games. So I doubt it will disappear. My advice is try to not spend any penny until this game releases globally, and let's see how far the game has launched the new server. It will determine how the games will exist. But so far, this is the best new release MMORPG games for Android in English. Epic Aventia. Epic Aventia. This game is just new. The game even has a beta testing for 2 servers only. But so far I love how the game has a great scenery, but actually the one thing that I'm really concerned about is the point of view. The camera angle is really limited. We cannot zoom in or zoom out the character to look closer, which I prefer to play the MMORPG that allows the player to see the whole arena in 360 degrees. It will help the vision become wider, but overall I love the character looks like with an anime art style. We will have a selection of 4 classes: Gunslinger, Wizard, Ranger, and Assassin. Unfortunately, the game doesn't have any character creations. The gameplay lets the player play automatically after we clear the prologue, so before we finish it, we should do no autoplay. The combat mechanism is really simple. We don't even need to think about the energy. Every skill will need a cooldown, but if you would like to lock the target, try to drag the skill into a specific area then. Along the gameplay, you will be presented with so many visual cutscenes with a great animation. Anyway, would you keep playing the MMORPG with an auto and limited view perspective? But overall, I love this game as the best new MMORPG games for Android and iOS. Draconia Hunter. Draconia Hunter. After having several beta in a different country, finally this new best MMORPG released globally. It has a great chibi character design with male and female selections, but the character creation is really limited. We don't even have any option to change the body size. It has a fixed selections. The graphics are way too good. Even the game only has 1.3 GB size, but it will compete with the other MMO in that same size. A completely perfect MMORPG with so many active players playing it on any server. But honestly, I doubt they all are a bot because the server number has reached 53 in a few weeks. How possible they maintain every server becomes so busy at all? That's why I assume some of them are bots, not the actual players. The gameplay of Draconia Hunter is we'll fight against a huge monster that feel like I'm playing MMORPG with a Monster Hunter mobile base. We can use a skill without concern about the stamina, thus to dodge is able to do many times to avoid the heavy attack. The world map is really wide. There is a mount to ride and explore the immersive world of Draconia Hunter. This is the new best MMORPG game for Android and iOS. Order Daybreak. I really appreciate the developers' hard work. They create one of the best MMORPG games that are available to select in a different game's art style, which we can select freely of two different graphics. The first one is anime art style and the second one is realistic 3D art style, so it's up to us to pick the selections of the anime style or realistic graphic as we want it. It makes me feel like playing a different game at the same time. The gameplay of Order Daybreak is it is a new brand MMORPG where it has a dungeon-based game. We are only able to see and meet the players while in the main lobby and also asking the NPC to follow the storyline. Try to use the Sky Air skateboards to move faster, even if the area is really small. The combat mechanism of Order Daybreak is there is one partner who will fight with us side by side. She will do an auto attack, but the ultimate skill should be tapped manually. We can use the skill and drag it into the enemy that we want it for. The skill showcase is pretty fast in visual. It will give a slightly damage but has more area of effect skill. Tap the dodge button to avoid the enemy strike just before it lands to the ground. Unfortunately, the camera cannot be rotated at all. This game is the best new game anime MMORPG Mobile, especially for Android and iOS. Infinity Land. I know everyone knows this game, but the publisher makes good news for PC players because it's becoming an MMORPG cross-platforms game where we can connect the game between PC, Android and iOS. But we should get the game's link on their official website. Actually, it has similar gameplay as The Legend of Neverland, but the way of the graphic visual looks so optimized perfectly. Seriously, you will enjoy the game as one of the best MMORPG open world in anime art style. The post-processing looks so sharp that makes the game even way more interesting to see. The new developer add a new run action automatically, so every time we make a move into a further location, then this action will be automatically active and we can save a lot of time then. The combat mechanism is absolutely amazing. The combat skill is the main thing that becomes one of the most important aspects that we need to be concerned about. While in combat, we can get 2 partners in totals. They will help us in hitting the enemy consistently, so we need to improve their strength as well as our main hero. While exploring the world, make sure you try swimming and enjoy how the crystal clear the water looks. Infinity Land is the best new MMORPG games English version for mobile. Devil Hunter Rider. I don't know exactly if the player love to play it or not because this game is really crazy. Can you imagine if we don't touch any button for 3 seconds, then the game will run by itself and turn into AFK mode. The main quest, hunting the monster, killing the monster, unleashing the skill, everything will do by itself. Along the game, even we don't need to touch any button and the level will raise significantly. Honestly, I'm MMORPG lover who's love to play a hardcore gameplay. I prefer to play on semi-auto or no auto play MMORPG. In fact, if you notice, starting you play the game since the earlier, there is a notification to leveling up your VIP level. No wonder the developer launched so many servers in a few weeks. The gameplay of Devil Hunter Rider, we can pick so many different classes. We'll unlock the new skill after clearing the mission. One by one skill will obtain and unleash the skill freely. We don't have any mount to ride. We cannot jump or fly, which this MMO is super simple at all. Would you play this MMO? Please write in the comments below. Thanks. RTH War. RTH War, new MMORPG that was made for PC players, is finally released on mobile. With such a high game size, it will reach 10GB in total. I feel bland while playing it. It's just too generic with the other MMO on mobile. Need more ideas or innovation. Even the graphics are not well optimized. Even I already select maximum graphic, but I don't get any sharp visual. The gameplay lets the player move into a different village so fast by using the portal freely. It's a good deal to save our time and also can ride a path to explore a little faster. The combat mechanism is quite clunky. I will compare the game with the PC version in general, so I don't get any good experience about it. I prefer the game's developer to use a different name because as an RTH player, I would love to play in the PC version more than on mobile. In fact, many of MMORPG on mobile already has the same level as the PC. No wonder on the Play Store it only has a weird score which is 4.1 stars. Have you played RTH on PC? Please let me know then. Fairy Tail Travel M. Fairy Tail Travel M. I'm waiting for this game to release globally faster. This game looks so cool. I love to play any MMORPG that has a chibi character design. With a beautiful panorama, greeny, clear and full of brightness. This game is totally adorable. The gameplay seems pretty smooth and I love the option adjustment is only able to see 10 players in total. That makes the game's graphic become way smoother. The main mission is mostly killing the monster and has a limited area in combat, but it's not a big deal because the enemy will give a hint to launch the heavy damage, so we have a little time to dodge and avoid. Every hero will have 4 different skills plus 1 ultimate skill. It will need more time to cool down, but most of our skill only need a little time to reset the skill, so we can cast it multiple times by a turns. While in the city, I'm happy a lot of players playing the game, and in the beta it reached the maximum players. Of course, it will become one of the most played MMORPG on mobile. Well done, Fairy Tail Travel M. Silk Road Origin Mobile. Silk Road Origin Mobile. This game is one of my favorite classic MMORPG that get a chance ported to mobile. It seems a new remake with a better graphic on every single aspect. Even I admit this MMO mobile version has a better on everything than on PC. I would prefer to play this game on mobile while we can play anywhere we want. The overall gameplay is 100% the same as the previous version. The skill tree, the equipment system, and how the combat skill is exactly the same. The UI of the screen seems so clear that it makes me as a player enjoy playing because it has less icon on the screen. Silk Road Origin Mobile is no pay-to-win MMORPG for Android and iOS, but we should trade it with our time. For one mission, we will need a lot of time to clear. In fact, the monster defense and HP seems too high. So a teamwork by making a party with the other players is the key to speed up the game's progress. The higher our equipment level will determine how shiny our equipment is. It will create an amazing effect and make the other players respect on us then. In the game, we can use the fast travel features to save our time a lot rather than riding mounts to reach a certain destination. This is the best new release MMORPG game for mobile. Tarisland. Bonus, Tarisland Global. This game will easily become my top MMORPG on this list. I can say the whole day why this game is worth becoming the best of the best. The combat mechanism is absolutely impressive. We can do freely movement while attacking or even while unleashing the skill by moving our character. The graphics are the main points as well. We can turn the graphic into 4K and 120 FPS in the highest setting. This quality is the same as the PC level. Of course, it needs a high spec phone to run it, but of course we can adjust the graphic based on your phone spec and run the game perfectly. Through this video, you will realize how many players are actively playing it until right now. It's pretty crazy how massive the player is. This is the effect of making no pay-to-win MMORPG with no autoplay MMORPG on mobile. As the other game's developer, you can use Tarisland as one of the example of how to make an impressive game. This is the best MMORPG games for mobile you must play. Remember to help this channel grow by tapping the like button. See you on the next video. Thanks.